What's up, guys? Welcome back to week 11 of the Curran Jake College Football Podcast. Let's get these graphics up real quick. All right. As you know, it's current events here. And today, I'm the Speaker of the House. No more Mike Johnson. It is me now. But let's head it on over to Jake Bush.
Yeah, what's up? Man, all I'm going to say is what a week 10 was. A lot of upsets.
Yeah, especially being Secretary of State. Jake, how's that make you feel?
I don't know really what that is. I was just kind of thrown in there.
Wow. Well, sounds very important, Jake. Anyways, let's get these talking points up here today. We have week 10 recap. We have fraud alert. We have the CFB bracket. I don't know if we have a graphic for that. Maybe I sound like Dr. Seuss today, but I'm not. We have great games, bad teams, and a big week 11 preview.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we should just go starting off with our recap with our Friday night game.
Yep.
A Halloween game.
Halloween.
Was Memphis beating Rice 38-14, you know. We expect this out of this.
Expected.
But it's still weird because this is also the same Memphis that lost. They lost to UAB, right?
Yeah, but that's their only loss.
Yeah.
So they're back up to 22.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say anything about the votings now because, it's just whatever. They're putting good teams, bad teams all in there. It's just, it's everywhere. There's not really a good spot for any team. I think the top 5 is great right now, but 6 and beyond is just so messed up.
Yeah, and you have some teams that are just kind of clinging on to that. So like we've said constantly, the AP polls have been insanely interesting of seeing what teams stay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like last year you knew what teams were staying and what teams were leaving. This year, This year, one team could be up there for 1 week and then just be gone the next.
Yeah, apparently if you get a win against a top 15 team, you're slotted into it no matter your record. It doesn't make sense.
And if you're just like Notre Dame or Tennessee, you just hang on there for dear life.
I don't know how Tennessee is in it. You have played 3 good teams, lost to all 3 of them. They have 1 win over a team that's 500 or above.
Yeah, that's crazy. But let's continue with our recap. We also have a game that honestly probably upset the both of us a lot, was Texas beating Vanderbilt 34-31.
Hey, this is better for Bama's chances of making the playoffs now because you got Vanderbilt that just sold their chance of making the playoffs.
I would not go to that.
You got 4, maybe 5 teams ahead of them just in the SEC alone in rankings?
I don't know. I think there's still enough time for them to make playoffs. But I've seen some things go around social media calling them they went back to the old Vandy. And all I'm going to say is they're not wrong.
Yeah, definitely not.
The offense struggled within that first half.
Especially against this. Well, no, it was 24. It was 24-0, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Texas went up 24-0 against this Vandy team. Vandy came back and made it a 3-score game only in garbage time in the fourth quarter because Texas, they haven't been that great. They played great today except for that fourth quarter where they let Vandy score 3 touchdowns.
And honestly, it just makes me so Vandy's still ranked. Texas is obviously still ranked. Texas has been holding on for dear life.
Oh, Texas is at 13?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
But
that's bad.
This game honestly just upset me. We've both been very positive about Vanderbilt, and just to lose to a mid Texas team was just disappointing.
You can't call them mid anymore. That's the top 13 team in the nation.
I think they're still mid.
They definitely are, but they should not be ranked that high.
Yeah. Another upset we had was West Virginia beating at the time a 22 Houston, which that honestly shocked me, and especially a 45-35. I don't even know what happened with Houston.
I know what happened. This was a case of you beat a ranked team, you go in, you lose the next week because Houston had just gotten into these rankings, and they've been pretty good all year, and then they go and lose a game like this after just being ranked. We've seen it countless times this season already. And it's gonna keep happening to these teams in the 20, from 15 to 25. It's gonna keep happening.
It shows what teams are should not just be in that just because they win a good game.
Yeah.
All right, then we have a game that we knew what was going to happen. Ohio State beating Penn State.
Hey, this
38-14.
This game looked different. This Penn State team came to play, and it was 24-14 going into the fourth quarter. I think Ohio State does pull it off 38-14, but this is way closer than it should have been.
Probably for the number 1 ranked team.
I don't even think Ohio State is a top 3 team right now.
I'd say they're top 5, but I don't know if
I would still say they're top 5, but I would not put them top 3. I would put them 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's where I kind of stand, and it's just because they've played such an easy schedule. I feel like.
Yeah, they literally play no, they got Indiana coming up. I think. Do they? I know they did last year.
No, that's Penn State has them this week.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think Ohio State plays Indiana. You can check, but I don't.
I'll check that real quick.
But yeah, and. Honestly,
no, they don't. Oh my! The Big Ten is so free this year.
I know.
So
people
free.
saying the Big Ten is so much better than SEC.
Yeah, Indiana. I think Ohio. Okay, Indiana doesn't play anybody the rest of the season. Let's check about Ohio State.
Now, this game during the preseason honestly should have been better because at the preseason they were ranked number 3.
2 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 3. But Penn State just has continued to let us down. And honestly, as much as people were clowning on Drew Aller, you can kind of feel his presence that has left.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the offense just doesn't look as they already weren't consistent, but now they just look even more inconsistent.
And going back to the free schedules, Ohio State, their hardest game so far was ranked Illinois. Illinois isn't even ranked anymore.
Yeah.
But Michigan, they do have Michigan. Michigan has won like 5 years in a row now against them, so who knows about that?
Led to the greatest fight last year of college football?
Yes, but I think this is the year Ohio State actually beats this Michigan team because, we've seen it. Michigan didn't even beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
If they can't beat a mid-SEC team, how are you going to beat the best in your conference?
I don't know, but it's
bringing up make sense.
Rivalries like this. This makes me. November is my favorite month for college football because this is when all the big games happen and all the rivalries get to go.
And I will say, I did just hate on Ohio State and Michigan right there, but it's going to be a close game because we just had a close rivalry game this past week with Georgia-Florida.
Oh my God.
And Georgia did not look good in this game. I will tell you that Georgia looked like Kentucky in this game.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I wonder how much Georgia is paying these refs because
they definitely are.
Because I'm sorry to any Georgia fan if I offend you, but that was a catch. Let's be real here. That was a catch. Florida was now these two teams' defenses were actually doing really good at stopping each other.
Yeah.
It's the offenses that just could not pull themselves together. They just could not. They were just throwing stuff at the wall and just seeing what stick.
This is what I thought the Georgia offense was going to look like all year. I knew their defense was going to be good all season because, it's Kirby Smart's Georgia Bulldogs.
Exactly.
But I had no hope in Gunnar Stockton at all after the way he performed in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
But they've been playing good. But, this Florida team, they have beaten good teams. They beat Texas. And they only lose by 4 to Georgia this past weekend. So
yeah, honestly, this Florida, team is very inconsistent on what games they win and what games they lose. And honestly, I wanted Florida to get the win on this. As much as we've clowned on like DJ Lagway and Billy Napier, you did really want to see them win. Pull it together. But also, speaking of more upsets, we did have SMU beating Miami
in overtime.
Now we both had Miami beating SMU, and I was in Troy this weekend. So when I was watching this game, I was like, "Please prove me wrong, make my pick wrong, so we can beat Miami." And this just goes to show that Carson Beck cannot handle high pressure situations at all.
And this wasn't even that high pressure. This was
exactly
at SMU. We know SMU made the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
But they're unranked. They're still unranked after this win. Miami drops down to number 18.
Exactly.
Do they still win out? They might win out in the ACC, but do they make the ACC championship now?
Honestly, I don't know. The ACC has now just...
Because now Miami has 2 losses, while Georgia Tech and I think Louisville only have 1.
I think they both only have 1. So
that Alessa... What was Miami's other loss?
Wasn't it to...
was it in conference? Because if that's it, we got the ACC championship already.
Yeah, let me check. But also, just to kind of while I check, we did have Kentucky beating Auburn 10-3. I'm gonna let him talk about this one.
Let's talk about that game real quick. Hugh Freeze. This is a good moment for everybody that's a college football fan, even Auburn fans. Hugh Freeze gets fired after this game.
He can't hurt us no more, guys. He can't hurt us no more. He's gone.
It's only going to get worse for Auburn, though.
Honestly,
it's only going to get worse.
To any Auburn fan who watches this, we can all agree here that we just got to be. I know we're tired of being patient, but we just have to be patient. And hey, look at this. I know it's the college football, but we also have basketball going on. But all I'm gonna say is,
if even
I have been very disappointed in Hugh Freeze and what he's done with the program. I am honestly just.
Yeah, you take one of the best defenses that we've seen in college football in the past couple years, and you can't win. You can't win with that type of defense because your offense is that sorry.
What's worse is what adds like salt to the injury for me is I keep seeing stuff that's like teams that have not even allowed 24 points to be scored on them,
and that's Auburn. Auburn. Still,
but when it goes to scoring the 24 points,
y'all can't score 24 either. So
exactly, it's a two-way streak.
But it's like this is bad. Okay, I said Auburn versus Arkansas was battle for the worst SEC team, and we saw how Auburn won that game.
Mm-hmm.
We see this game. This is the real reason why Auburn is the worst SEC team as of right now, because you take a Kentucky team that was competing with Texas, competed a little bit with Tennessee. Before that fourth quarter all happened.
Competed with.
And now you walk into Kroger Field, and I always glaze the Kroger Field fans. There's like 5,000 people that go to Kroger Field.
Wait, I'm going to correct you. It was at Jordan Hare.
It was at. Oh, no. This is not even the worst team in the SEC. This is the worst team in all of college football.
Whoa. No.
I
will argue that.
This is the worst college football team as of right now.
All right, so you're saying Rice is better than us. You want to really get into this debate?
They put up a fight against a ranked Memphis team.
Y'all
didn't put up a single chance against Kentucky. I think this was their first conference win too. At home. You scored 3 points at home when you're supposed to be this great atmosphere that boosts your team up and score a lot of points, and you only scored 3 points.
Look, I will admit we are probably down there in SEC, but I would not say the worst in all of the nation. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to agree with that.
It's bottom 3 in the nation. I'll say that. I will say that. Bottom 3 in the nation. That's where Auburn goes.
Before me and Kurt have an argument, let's move on. All right, next we have Indiana beating Maryland 55-10,
This is kind of disappointing for Maryland because they were putting fights up against good teams all season.
Yeah, and Maryland's defense honestly looked just pathetic. It was bad.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, back to our Miami conversation, it was to Louisville who they lost. Their first loss was to.
That's right. Yeah, okay, so Louisville's got that head-to-head win over them. So Georgia Tech can just win out then.
Yeah.
Louisville, Georgia Tech. Is Georgia Tech even ranked, though?
I think they are still ranked.
I don't think they were ranked because
Georgia Tech is right now ranked 16th.
16th? Okay.
But I think they're
still ahead of Miami. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Ole Miss beating South Carolina 30-14. Ole Miss, Ole Miss, I'd say, if you were to ask me, is the third best in the SEC right now. Their defense continues to stop teams from scoring. Their offense is looking sound. And it just goes to show Lane Kiffin is just a good coach. He's like your safe pick for an all-around coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With all this Lane Kiffin talk about going to other schools now, you can throw Auburn in that list too. But he's staying at Ole Miss. He's got everything he wants at Ole Miss.
Exactly. I think if he were to leave, that'd just be a bad choice if you were to ask me.
Yeah.
You have the tools there. You have a great coaching staff. You have good players. I think he's gonna stay there. Then we have USC beating Nebraska 21-17.
Ooh, close game.
Yeah. USC is what, ranked number 20?
Something like that now.
20.
I thought USC would have cooked them a little bit more, but 4-point win.
Yeah. A win's a win.
USC will take that. This Nebraska team, they were ranked a couple weeks ago. Matt Rule and Mahomes Jr. out there in Nebraska playing very well.
Yeah.
So a win's a win.
And hey, we had a game that honestly that we were both picking Oklahoma over Tennessee. Now Oklahoma got the dub 33-27. And this was a pick where we both went against the favored team to win.
Yeah, I mean, well, we saw the Alabama-Tennessee game. I don't know what you expect. Do you think putting 53 points up on Kentucky will make you a better team? No, it won't. This Oklahoma defense shut them down and put them in the grave.
Well, what's funny is I looked at the passing yards. John Mateer only threw for 150. Joey Aguilar threw for way over that. But it was the rushing game that ultimately I feel like, because Tennessee could not rush for their life.
No, that Oklahoma defensive line is going to trap everything.
But the Oklahoma rushing game,
that's how they beat Michigan, too. They stopped the run.
The Oklahoma rushing game was elite. Like, I'm pretty sure it was over maybe 200 yards.
I mean.
And that just goes to show that Tennessee's offense ain't horrible. I think it's but it's their defense where cracks have just continued to grow and they're not fixing them.
Yeah, we saw Ty Simpson obliterate that defense. We saw Kendrick Law at Kentucky get over 100 receiving yards in that game, I think.
Yeah.
Against them and a couple touchdowns, and now we see the running game. I mean, you look at it. You had a Michigan-Oklahoma at the start of the year, and everybody's like, oh, Michigan's going to win. But they didn't because Oklahoma knows how to stop the run, and that's literally all Michigan's game is just the run.
Yeah. And then finally to wrap up our Week 10 wrap-up, we have Utah beating Cincinnati 45-14. And these were two ranked teams, but I was expecting it to be a closer game than this.
Yeah.
I don't think Cincinnati deserves to be honestly ranked. I think they've done good in the right so far, but like no, I don't think anything has like stood out to me for them being ranked. All right. Do we want to go to talk about the bracket?
I could
we can talk about that.
All right, I'm gonna try to pull up a picture of it.
I so far I've kind of liked what I've seen so far.
I did like what wasn't there an unranked team on here, I think.
I think
there was. Like that was a big no, there okay. So I got it pulled up here. We have Ohio State won. I'll try to show y'all real quick. I don't know if y'all could really see that. But there's that. I'll go over it real quick. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2, A&M 3, Alabama 4. They all get the first round bye. The 5-12 matchup is Georgia and Memphis. 6-11 is Ole Miss and Virginia. 7-10 is BYU, Notre Dame, and 8-9 is Texas Tech and Oregon.
I will say, I think the playoffs this year are going to be very interesting. Especially the teams that are dominating are in that bracket, and it is going to be good.
Yeah, but when you have the number 22 ranked team in the playoffs with Memphis here, I mean, yeah, you have to have a group of 5 because it's Power 4 now, and they made it the 5 conference champions or whatever.
Yeah.
It still doesn't make sense. They're ranked number 22. We saw with Clemson last year.
Exactly.
Clemson was ranked like number 20. They got lucky and won that the ACC championship.
Yeah.
And that boosted them to like 13. So that was better.
Mm-hmm.
That was better than what we expected. But 22 Memphis being in this, you could have put any other team in here.
Yeah. All right. Now moving on to week 11. I feel like we've had some really big weeks, or at least a few really big games. This week is kind of, I feel like a little bit of a hit or miss week, but we need weeks like this so that way the bigger weeks stand out. But honestly, I'd say our game of the week will probably be number 3 Texas A&M at number 19 Missouri. Now, here is my pick. Missouri has a great offense. They have a great run game. But I'm sorry, this Texas A&M defense is elite. So give me Texas A&M.
Yeah, I got the Aggies going, winning this game. Missouri, a great team, but is Pribula back? I don't know. I think he might be out for the season. If Pribula's not back, I don't even think they have a fighting chance. Let's be honest. And
Texas A&M offense.
Texas A&M's offense and Marcel Reed has just been.
It's grown. It keeps getting better and better each week, and their defense is just consistently elite.
I was saying Alabama had the best offense all year. I think A&M has surpassed them.
And let's be real here, they have the best defense.
I personally think A&M is the best team in college football right now.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
think they are the best. Indiana has played one. They played Oregon, Ohio State. They played Illinois. They shouldn't even be. The only reason they are even top 2 is because they're undefeated. Mm-hmm. That is the only reason.
We'll get to them soon.
They had one loss, they would be not even in the top 15. Let's be honest.
All right. Next, we have LSU at number 4, Bama. And right now, LSU is just such in a weird spot. You know, you're highly ranked. Now you're unranked.
And you're going into Bryant-Denny?
Yeah, I think so. So, give me Bama.
Yeah, I'm going to take Bama. This would be a good game for Bama fans.
All right. Ohio State at Purdue. I mean, Ohio State just keeps getting these easy games.
Hey, but you know about Purdue. They went at home against number 1 teams.
I know. So, I'm going to go reluctantly with Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ohio State.
And now Penn State just can't catch a break. Number 2, Indiana at Penn State.
Hey, I don't know. Penn State was close against Ohio State for most of that game.
Yeah, but Ohio State. But honestly, if you were to ask me, I think Indiana's better than Ohio State. So give me Indiana.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I am going to go Indiana, but I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if Penn State won.
All right.
I wouldn't be that surprised.
All right, now we got 5 Georgia at Mississippi State, and
this could be a good game.
I feel honestly, I want to go with Georgia, but you know what? I'm gonna go against that. I'm gonna go Mississippi State. If they can do what they did against Texas and not sell the bag,
yeah,
I think they could win. So give me Mississippi State.
I think that Georgia defense is 10 times better than that Texas defense, though. I'm gonna go Georgia. But Bulldog versus Bulldog, this could be a very good game.
2 ugliest dogs in college football going against each other.
This could be game of the week. This could be game of the week, especially with LSU being bad now. This could be game of the week.
Yeah. All right. Then we got number 23 Washington at Wisconsin.
Kind of a throwaway game here. Yeah. Wisconsin has been one of the worst teams in college football this year.
Well, like I said, I said week 11, it's not as big, but this makes the other bigger weeks look big. So that's why we need weeks like this. And honestly, Washington's offense has not been too disappointing, I feel like. I mean, they're fine.
No, not at all.
They're fine. I mean, obviously they're in the top 25. They're doing something right, but
yeah,
it's nothing like I feel like spectacular, but I'd go with Washington here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Washington. I haven't seen anything good from Wisconsin this year.
All right. Next, we got Auburn at 16 Vanderbilt. And
Vanderbilt's just getting a free win here.
We're just in such a bad spot, and I want to choose Auburn, but I know it's – like I've talked to this about with my dad. Shout out Robert Bush. That we're just in such a weird spot right now. So give me Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I got Vanderbilt too.
All right. Now we got Iowa State at TCU. I mean, this game can honestly go either way for me. I don't know.
I've seen Iowa State losing this season. I have not heard a single thing about TCU. So give me TCU to win.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a few clips of TCU. I think their defense will be able to hold Iowa State's offense.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got the 2 ACC teams. Florida State at Clemson.
Ooh, this is the battle of the fall off.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, though, if I
don't even know who to go.
Actually, I would go with just Florida State, just because I know they fell off, but they're just a little bit more consistent than Clemson. I feel like.
You know, I'll go opposite. I'll go Clemson.
All right. Gonna give Dabo Swinney, huh?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Pelham alum. Why not?
All right. Now we got California at 15 Louisville.
Let's get it. Louisville wins this game.
That's an easy game.
Then we have Navy at number 10, Notre Dame. Navy has not looked good this year. Notre Dame has. Give me Notre Dame because they're trying to stay in the playoffs.
They are.
If they get one more loss, I think they're out of the playoffs.
They are, yeah, because that would be their 3rd loss.
Yeah.
They are desperately trying to stay in. So I think Notre Dame, but if they go in confident, this could be the end of Notre Dame's playoff chance.
And to end the episode off, we have Florida at Kentucky. This is going to be a good it's going to be a good bad SEC teams matchup. Mm-hmm. Like Arkansas and Auburn was, it's probably be on a similar level.
And this is honestly a game I honestly don't, because Kentucky might come out hot, and it is at Kentucky.
Yeah.
But I think Florida might get the dub.
Ooh, really?
I think so, because Florida's offense, obviously better than Auburn.
Yeah.
And their defense is not horrible. Florida's defense is not horrible.
You know, Kentucky's been playing good. I'm going to give it to Kentucky. I hope they get this win. They've been playing good, just have not been able to play against bad teams yet.
Yeah.
So I'll take Kentucky. And thank y'all for watching Week 11 of the Curran Jake College Football Podcast. We'll be back next week for Week 12.
See y'all.